Oh, I almost puked right there. That would be like perfect opening my documentary. Yeah, I know. I don't have the roughness. Like I'm downstairs in my townhouse, and I don't currently have a roommate right now, so I can do things around the house a little more having to do with filming. But as you can see, I have some crap going up my nose, and I have this nice little right. This thing, and this is a. This thing helps. I track for the next 20 hours or so. I'll be tracking my food, my cough, my all kinds of stuff. Um, 20 or 30 years ago, I was diagnosed with Barrett's esophagus, which is precancerous cells, which is caused by damage from gastro reflux. So it's reflux disease, but it's really bad. So I have to get endoscopies often. But today, this morning, to do some things for insurance and for differentiate between, what is a part of functional neurological disorder and what is something that may not be a part. We're doing extra tests. So this morning, I did what's called a esophageal tomom- tomog- tomography. I had it perfect. Oh crap. This is Dr. Lueth. It's December 16th, 2025, 1:45 p.m. As far as I know, right, this is not a Winnipeg Jets game day. They did lose. Um, I mean, I will say, just as a hockey thing, I'll say that game was not as good as the Caps game. They didn't play as good but they didn't play anywhere near as badly as they played Buffalo. So, they did start pushing, and they did start pushing on five. And but the power play was like, geez, man, you almost got scored on shorthanded. Like, okay, now we got to all like make sure this stuff gels. So I'm pretty sure we got a point because it was tied. Yeah, I fell asleep like 3 minutes. Yeah. So anyway, I know we lost. Well, I'm pretty sure we got a point. So, well, at least there's a point there. I'm not as critical or worried as some people might be about the Jets. I will put it to you this way: it is not uncommon that some teams who, win the President's Trophy the year before, or who make the playoffs the year before, have a season where they don't make the playoffs. Okay, this is like modern day National Hockey League, and that kind of stuff is much more common than people seem to think. This is not like 80s or 90s or even early 2000s. Okay, this is like 2025 ice hockey, and yep, there teams who have won since 2000. Let's just say 20 years ago. So since 2005, there have been teams who won a Stanley Cup and then come back the next year and not made the playoffs. There have been teams that didn't make the playoffs and then suddenly, right, got all the way to Game 7. Okay, it's much less predictable. Even though stats and numbers do lie, by the way. Okay, because they can be interpreted different ways. So no, I I don't. I will. I have shown where some stats lie. I've done it before, and I'm gonna do it again. Then you're all gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we didn't think of that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know you didn't." Okay, but those of you who just love betting, sports betting, so it doesn't sound so bad. Oh, you mean your gambling addiction, Canada? What the fuck? Okay, like unless like you're gambling on these games. Jets fans, what are you getting so upset for? Okay, this is normal in the NHL, the real live National Hockey League. Their teams have waited 28 years, 35 years, 40, 46 years, right, for a cup. Mm-hmm. Anyway, go Jets, go. So I have this thing all stuck in my nose, and so I have to do. This is a gastroesophageal reflux study that you do at home. I'm grateful that there are now ways to do like medical studies at home, because like 20 years ago you wouldn't, like, yeah, you'd have to be all hooked up somewhere in some hospital. And so more and more and more, it is more and more possible for people to do actual medical tests at home, like having this with me instead of me staying, 2 days in a hospital. I can be home, so at least I'm in my home environment. So this study, the other study, was for the gastroparesis, and the tube was much. This is a much thinner tube. It's not that thick. But the tube that I did in the procedure this morning, um, esophageal tomography. I think tonomography. Yeah. um, I know that sounds great, doesn't it? um, that was difficult. Like, you gotta like forget about your gag reflex like it doesn't exist, and then you put it all the way down, and then you gotta swallow a bunch of saline. And you gotta like back and forth. Then you gotta sit up and swallow the saline, and then right you have to fast, and you can't like, get coffee. Blah, 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 blah. And I ran out of patches yesterday, and the program I'm in is like kind of slow on the uptake. And like I just don't have it in me to keep reminding people to do something that they should just do automatically because they get paid to do it. Like people get paid to do something. If you're not like right, like no, I need you to help me. Well, what if I don't remember? I'm the patient. Like I'm what? Okay, well I'm tired of Bizarro World, to be honest with you. Some of you in your own spiritual warfare, I'm like, I know how to end that completely and totally, which is what I'm getting ready to do. Now, you can't be dragging everybody into that some bullshit. It is. Anyway, so yes, this is me. The esophageal tonomography is meant to test the pressure and the muscles all down through my esophagus, down through my stomach, the lower esophagus, upper esophagus. Because I have gastroparesis, and you hear that cough? I've had it for several years. That's not a smoker's cough, and that's not a flu cough, and that's not COVID or any other thing. It's an acid reflux cough. Believe it or not, okay? People who have dry coughs and they just don't know, they can't find any pockets of mucus. They don't have like a virus or any other. They're not testing for anything respiratory. Right. The next place you should look is right whether or not you have a gastroesophageal issue, because dry cough can often indicate you have severe GERD and most likely a hiatal hernia, which I have. Right. So trouble swallowing, more and more. Medications give me dry mouth all the time. So yes, it also impedes my breathing. Like I quite literally like any kind of spit. It's like I sucked it in the windpipe, and yeah. So there's things that have also happened when I got surgery here in 2019 when I had to go to shock trauma, and that was it. That was a couple teeth in my jawbone got infected, and then I ended up getting sepsis. So yeah, that was a quick trip to the hospital. Like I waited a day later, and like I got all kinds of tubes in me. I'm like, what the fuck? Right. This is why people should use their dental insurance because, like, good dental health can keep you alive a lot longer. Which is why I'm, kind of bug the state of Maryland policymakers and all that every so often. Like, adults and kids, like, you know how much money they would have saved if, like, all I would have needed was one oral surgery extraction, okay, on Medicaid to get that abscess tooth out of there, okay, before it infected my jaw. So instead of paying for that, right? Yes, the state of Maryland ended up paying like 100 grand or something to get me to shock trauma and make sure I didn't die on the way, and then right have to get like a high cost oral surgeon, which I appreciate greatly because University of Maryland has a really good dental school. So at the very least, yes, oral surgeons. I mean, I was glad. I didn't even care if he was a Penguins fan. Like, yeah, hockey fans. Like most of the time, be like, "Oh God, get away from me, man." No, I did though. I looked at it like he had this like Pittsburgh Penguin land here, and I'm like, "Ah, the hell, a Pens fan." I'm all fucked up on morphine. And he's like, "Well, you'll have to forgive me just this once." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, you're cool. You like hockey. Come on, let's get this done. Let's get this done." Right. Well, the state of Maryland insurance like would have saved probably about $80,000 or more. No, I'm being $90,000, $90,000 or slightly more on having one oral surgery extraction possible. So now Maryland has the Healthy Smiles program, and I'm telling you, people, even if you don't like going to dentist, if you like living, go to the dentist. Use your dental insurance. Okay? Just get through it. Brave up. All right? If you have Medicaid, all of those plans have some type of dental stuff. Now it's more for like basic cleaning and once a year. But now with Maryland Healthy Smiles, you can get an extraction, you can get a tooth pulled. There's like some things you can do that you couldn't do before. Okay, adults need good dental health care. State of Maryland, it costs you a whole shitload less if they just get some stuff done before they gotta, like this is what I'm saying. Anyway, so I just did recently have oral surgery over here. Had to dig out part of my jawbone, which is healing. So part of my jawbone is missing now, but I have a little plate there, and the teeth had to be removed. So I'm losing teeth, and I got this thing on me, and like every so often, I feel like I want to gag because this is all the way down there. But it was better than the esophageal tomography I had, whatever the hell it's called, this morning. And that will help figure out where my digestive system is paralyzed through my stomach because I have something called gastroenteritis. No, I don't have gastroenteritis. I have gastroparesis. Sorry. I'm like, I should just like go to medical school now. I feel like I've been in medical school for the past 20 years. Like, right. Like, I know. I'm like, okay, well, what's the alkaline level? Like, I'm asking questions. Doctors are looking at me like, holy shit, are you a doctor? Like, no, I've just been at this for a long time. Like, going procedures. Like, this is the blood this is the arm you want to take blood from. No, 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 you don't want to take it from over here. No, you take blood from over here. Don't try and take it from my hands. It never ever works. It's just save time, everybody. Okay, right. I mean, right. And then I'm like, yeah, I know, but I got um, kalemia, which is high um, potassium, which is more rare than high sodium. So, yes, this is what happened. I cut back so much sodium that it caused an imbalance in my electrolytes. Like, my whole life, they tell you to reduce sodium, you do it, and then you end up getting a different kind of medical problem. I'm like, what the fuck? Flockety, flock. Bah fucking humbug is how I'm feeling. I have no family, and then ignorant people are like, "Oh, 'tis the season," and I'm like, "Good for you. I'm not gonna get any presents. You know what I'm getting, right? Another family-less holiday because they're all dead, and I get to have this taken out tomorrow, right? Then I have to go to the pain management doctors on Thursday. I got to go see the psychiatrist because, right, insurance won't let you take certain medications without having one of those for some reason. And then, right, I get a weekend off. And you know, my weekend off is, right, I get to clean my house and me. And that's pretty much, besides, like, I will squeeze in time for ice hockey. I don't care. Like, yes, I'll skip something so I can enjoy some ice hockey. So my goal this year is just like try to be on the Winnipeg Jets check in every game day and then watch the games. Anything else I can do is like bonus for me. But I can now watch the games because I barely have any money during the month. I don't really have that much. But ESPN Select, for the time being, I can pay for monthly because my YouTube TV will eventually have that. So it'll just come with YouTube TV. So I'm willing to pay about 15, right? So I can see the Jets. So that means I should be able to see all the home games, and the only one I might not be able to see is if they play the Flyers. Depending on who's um, the which broadcast is available, I might get blacked out because the Flyers are only 45 minutes away, but I don't know because I'm in the upper corner of the state of Maryland. And because I'm in the state of Maryland, I might not get blacked out. But regardless, I still have 680, or 680 CJOB. And I listen to the pregame and I listen to the postgame when I can. So I'm learning quickly, and I'm just not anywhere near as concerned about playoffs. It's just like I care about day by day certain things happening, and you know the longer we can keep our guys healthy, the better off we're going to be. And I know that that's really hard to do for a National Hockey League team to do. Okay, and yes, I've seen some chats and other kind of things that I've been on. We're asking why some NHL players play injured. Well, one, sometimes the injuries aren't that bad. Like, okay, I got a sprained thumb. Well, they got trainers and they got medical people. They can, play. They can still grip a stick. There's still things they can do because they don't want to get out of game shape. So if it's not that serious, yes, they will play injured. This happens. They'll play when they're healing. They'll play when there's like minor little things. This happens. This is natural and normal in the National Hockey League. So all the people who seem to be getting upset on the chats is like, well, welcome to the actual real. This is normal in the National Hockey League. Okay, some guys will play injured. It happens. But today is more for my documentary, which I stopped working on for a while. I got tired of looking at myself. Yeah, because I have to do listing all up on the ass. But this is being done Like the one I had this morning, sticking the thing down my throat. That was meant to see where paralysis is happening in my digestive system and to see what kind of pressure and where I'm having difficulty swallowing and where things aren't working. So it's called a motility study. And motility in the medical is like the movement. Peristalsis is what it's called, goes down. So you have these like muscular things that help you push your food down. And so I have to use that, which is a disturbed system in my body, it doesn't work properly, and gravity. So, like, I have to sit up when I eat, and I have to eat really slow. But we'll figure out where any possible paralysis is, and some of it is likely here. So when I'm swallowing, my my natural swallowing now happens to be tending to put food and liquid and all that other stuff over toward my windpipe, which is I've had to have the Heimlich done twice in the last year because of it. So yeah, I'm having a great time. My life is fucking wonderful. Like, no, you assholes smile through it. I met some people. I'm like, you're not. Just get away from people, okay? Some of you. Like, I. How about I kick your ass through it? Right. It's also hockey season. I don't really have to be nice to anybody. And then people like a lot of people assume that I have all this family surrounding me and like all this wonderful support. And no, 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 my family's dead, assholes. And then people in other countries and freaking fake and or real Illuminati trying to, push me for money. And I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with you people? You have any idea what medical care costs in the United States of America? Like, there are people in third world countries better off in some ways, people. All right, let's just face facts. Let's just do truth and reality now, okay? Truth and reality. Plus, I'm getting a little tired of these motherfuckers wondering about like whoever I'm gonna look. I'm trying to think if it was Sportsnet or TSN. I think it was Sportsnet who was doing the play-by-play and the analyst and the analyzing the Jets Caps game. And there's some dumb schmo sitting in a fucking chair getting paid to talk about fucking sports and ice hockey, and he wants to know why it takes so long for goalies in the NHL to develop because all they have to do is stand there. Okay, professional goalies and retired professional goalies, could you just get everyone in the National Hockey League in the fucking know, especially the jack off fucking skaters, okay, who open their mouths and say this shit because that position involves way more than that. Okay, and I want to find out which one this guy is, and I want some hockey friendlies to put that motherfucker in some goalie gear, and then have some skaters who need to practice shooting. Yeah, aim at his head a lot. That'll shut him up, but good. Okay? I'm going to cuss and I'm going to say these things because I'm tired of it. Like, hello, this is discussed often. There are teams, like people in the U.S. seem to know this. I don't know Canada, but whatever that fucking shit is, it needs to fucking stop, man. It's way more than just standing right in front of the net. And that's pretty disrespectful to all the goalies who've ever played that position in pro or semi-pro. Whatever asshole that was. Yeah. Well, I'm allowed to call you that. That motherfucker can get on the Zoom and call me whatever he wants. But that is exactly how I feel about that. And he's just disrespecting every fucking goaltender who's ever played in the National Hockey League. And like, okay, well, shut up. It's a stupid question you asked, and people have put out answers to this, including me. But I really do want that guy sought out. And I want somebody to put goalie gear on him. And then I want him pushed out in front of a net. And then I want some, like, yep, pro and semi pro and retired pro and semi pro. Right. Yeah. Like, practice on this one. And aim for the head a lot. I mean, being ignorant about the sport you're talking about and getting paid for it. I mean, some of you people are paying money to dodo birds who don't understand the sport they're fucking talking about. Anyway, yeah. So I know Perfetti's trying. Okay, I know everybody was expecting all this stuff, but you gotta understand, Winnipeg Jets fans. Just so you know, every single summer with every single NHL franchise, including the Jets, there will be changes. It is absolutely a guarantee in today's National Hockey League. Always going to be changes. There may be, free agents, restricted free agents. There may be some, negotiating contracts that don't get the contract signed. And then there's going to be some who retire, and there are going to be some who get a better offer somewhere else, or some who just want to stay where they are and keep work. Okay, it is always, and then there's a draft in the summer. Every single NHL team makes changes every single summer. Okay, it's unavoidable. Just accept that one. All right. And there are teams who have won the President's Trophy since 2005 and then not made the playoffs the next year. It's not a curse. It's, hi, this is the National Hockey League, man. Okay, and it's been that way for a while. And also, are you saying they're too old and slow? Well, okay, they they may be not as quick skating, but they do pretty well skating with the puck. See, you can have some speedy speedsters skating around, but if they can't handle the puck while they're and you can't pass to them because they're speeding around, then that speed means fucking nothing, man. And the hockey writers did put it up, and I looked up to make sure that what they had was correct. In the last 10 years, the average age of the players on each team that has won the Stanley Cup is 28.5 years old. So the little baby kids, 25 and under, they don't win Stanley Cups. The numbers don't lie. Me. Like, some of you people don't even know how to interpret the numbers properly. I mean, you can just look at numbers, okay? Look, the game is not played 0-1-1-1, okay? It's not like, what's his name in Matrix? Neo, okay? Like, it's not like that. These are not robots. This is not fucking some kind of superhuman sport either. They're human fucking beings, okay? Like, yeah, this is how I'm feeling about my freaking holidays. So, yes, I'm doing this gastroesophageal reflux study because they're trying to figure out uh, once I get a certain surgery, I'm going to have to be on a certain medication. And it's not like anything over the counter, and it's not something that gets used very often. But because I have functional neurological disorder, okay, and I have Barrett's esophagus, and I have gastro, right, paresis. Yes, I may not be able to use the normal, what is normally used to help gastroparesis, the medication, because of the functional neurological disorder. Okay, so because of that, there's some medications I can't take, including some pain management medications. And I don't want anybody jumping in like, oh yeah, I'm on pain management for the rest of my life. Okay, Okay? I constantly have to be in some kind of physical rehabilitation. I just got done 6 weeks for my one of those muscles back there, but it also includes something up here too. And so some of those I can't do. So my physical therapy had to be adjusted, right? Because my stomach is too high up, and that's called a hiatal hernia. I mean, pretty much the ice hockey is the only reason I still get up in the morning. And you'd be depressed too if you were me. People say ignorant, thoughtless, rude, obnoxious shit to you all fucking day. Like I'm a fucking idiot. Like, yes, the one institution said they couldn't even test my IQ because it was so high. Anyway, so this is the life of someone. Okay, you understand? This is why I don't go to work and earn money. You fuck faces, you've been talking to me online on my DMs. This is why I don't answer my DMs anymore. Oh, well, you gotta work hard for the things you love. And I'm like, I started working when I was 13 years old, motherfucker. I worked my way through fucking colleges, all the way up to PhD. And I probably should have more than one master's and more than one PhD, but I can only fit so much in a day. You ignorant shits. Okay, who is that? Are you ignorant people trying to troll me? What are you fucking trying to do? This is why I don't care. Get mad on my direct messages on X. Okay, now I'm just ignoring all of you. Yes, I am. Why? Because you're assholes. And I don't give a shit if you're the real celebrity or the fake celebrity. You hear that? That's not from my lungs. That's from acid reflux. I've met some people, oh, you used to watch ER when you were younger, so somehow you're a medical expert. So me, I keep wanting to swallow. It's like when you feel like you got something stuck in your eye. Right? I got something stuck in my eye. I'm like, I want to cough it up. Every so often, I want to just puke. I'm like, oh, I'm drinking saline all morning. So my new hip surgery is scheduled on February 2nd. That means I gotta go get a fucking. Oh yeah, maybe I should get. Yeah, I gotta get an X-ray of my hip. I gotta do an EKG before that all happens. I gotta do blood work before that all happens. Yeah, and see, the thing is that depending on what's found out here, because this is just the first of it, you see, and then see next week on Christmas Eve, lucky me, I get to have a fucking endoscopy first thing in the morning. Rise and shine, Mia. Happy holidays. Okay, fuck your fucking mother, dickholes. Leave me the fuck alone. And this is why I'm like this, okay? Because you bright and shiny motherfuckers delusional to how fucking reality actually works, okay? This is fucking how reality actually works. I mean, you're all afraid of shit, and I'm just like, well, it makes no fucking difference. I'm afraid or not, I still gotta go through this bullshit alone because my whole family's dead. Not quite literally. If I hadn't found a way to actually find a way to watch the Winnipeg Jets games, I probably would have. I mean, I really have no reason to live. So all kinds of people with their shitty advice who email me from far away and send me DMs like ignorant assholes, don't even pay any attention. I'm like, what? Okay, this is why I don't work full time, motherfuckers. And like, yeah, my back and my chest are in horrible pain today because I couldn't take my pain meds and because I had to do this other thing, right? And I was trying not to retch too much to do this esophageal tomography. Ugh. So probably gonna have a sleepless night. Mhm. But depending on what's found out with these and the endoscopy that I have on the 24th, I may have to get surgery here before I can get surgery on my hip. So the hip surgery is going to get pushed further away because I can't do hip surgery directly after I have um, a full. I'll have to, yes, it's like 3 surgeries in one, and it takes 2 different surgeons. So depending on how bad this is, when they get all this back. So, but temporarily, my new hip is scheduled for February 2nd. So, I don't need to be in some smiley mood and people are like, smile through it. I'm like, okay, sign this waiver and meet me in a dark alley. But I want you to smile through everything I'm going to fucking do to you. I mean, I'm grateful it's hockey season because that's pretty much the only reason I'm still going. Yeah, so, this is for part of my documentary. But that's the other thing I have to say about the ice hockey. I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. Okay? Winnipeg, I know. What are you gonna do if for some reason the Jets don't make the playoffs? I don't want to jinx it because they're not out of contention. You understand? Okay, right. Those teams will bounce back and forth and go up and down. Some don't. Some they get that playoff spot in October and they hang on to it the whole time. But many, right? We have win streaks, we have lose streaks, we have shit. Bedard's out. Oh, this guy's out. I mean, you know what I'm trying to fucking say. Until there is 0% chance, then quit trying to fucking put into reality that the Jets aren't going to make the playoffs. Okay? God damn, man. And by the way, Bresson was not even a possibility. You know how stupid that would be for an NHL club to go get another goalie and try and get them all used to, right, being back in the locker room, blah, blah, blah. When, yes, Connor Hellberg, I mean, it wasn't 4 to 6 weeks. Was it 4 weeks? Yeah. I mean, some of you're calling, the general manager Chevy an asinine and an idiot, and it's not rocket science, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you guys don't really know what you're talking about. To be honest with you, the people who, oh, yeah, I don't, I don't armchair GM because GMs know a whole bunch of shit. You motherfuckers don't. And you can't just run around the league picking whatever fucking player you want because some of these players don't even want to play there, or some do, or some, right, have like restrictions and blah, 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 blah. Okay? You bring up the young ones, and I'm like, but where are you going to put them? It's a 23 roster. What the fuck? Where? How? How are you going to do that? Oh, right. Oh, you want to break the NHL rules and get the team freaking fined out of existence. Is that what you want to do? It seems like it. Okay? Like, I've seen much worse. And even if they don't make the playoffs, I'm still an ice hockey lover. I'm still a fan. Okay? These are like people. And, they're on a team. So I cheer for everybody on the team. And, recently I've been cheering on Nyquist. Like, come on, man. Get in there, buddy. Work something out. Show off. Show off for the kids. Mr. Gustav Nyquist. Okay? The negative Nellies, it's like, it must suck walking around in your skin sack, man. Jeez. I don't go around like that. I'm like, there's not much I can do other than just be encouraging and like say out loud, okay, kids don't win the fucking Stanley Cup, dipshits. Okay? Like, you're gonna tell me they're too old and slow, and I'm like, well, alright. Well, they're able to win some. They weren't as inconsistent as they last night. Um, Perfetti's trying. You guys just won't let go of last year. And it means you refuse. You're just denying the reality of the National Hockey League. You are in denial, some of you. You have to let go of last year. Been a hockey fan for longer than some of you people have been alive, or since you've had hockey. Okay, there's probably a few who still remember Winnipeg Jets 1.0, like I do. But that hockey was different from today's hockey too, right? So it's kind of like relearning today's ice hockey. And I'm telling you, some of the stuff that's happening, okay, is absolutely normal across the board, every single franchise. Every single franchise changes in the summer. Some kind of changes happen. Okay? Just get used to cheering on the team that you have on ice. And yeah, sometimes they play injured. I mean, let go of last year, Winnipeg Jets fans, because it's not last year. Let's just get into the actual reality and understanding that in the National Hockey League, some of this stuff is very normal. Okay? Let go of last year. Let go. Ehlers is no longer here. Brisson was not an option in the first place, and it isn't. There is no legal way to let the kids fucking play because they're letting as many kids play as they possibly can. All right? You don't understand. They've got roster considerations, they've got contract considerations, they've got considerations of other, like, you all are coming from like anything is possible, and no, it's not, because the National Hockey League, right? I mean, we can't go over the limit for people on a roster. Some of that stuff that you guys think is just, is quick, simple, easy. It's easy. It's simple. Just do this. Just do that. Well, you don't know all the ins and outs of ice hockey yet. Okay? Spend a little more time listening and learning. Some of you who are newer to this, and listen, I've been at this since 1978. And I'm telling you, in today's NHL, just let go of last season. Unless you just gotta have something to be dramatically, oh God, oh my God, about. Okay? Listen, drama queens, let go of last season. And if you're betting on these games and you're losing money, don't come yelling on chats and getting all pissy with people. Don't take that out on other people, man. I do know better. It's not that bad. Even if they don't make the playoffs, I'm still going to watch the whole fucking season, man. But, okay, they know it's crunch time. They know they got to put some shit together. Some of you just keep getting on the same chat saying, oh, they're too old and slow. Oh, they're too old and slow. They're too old and slow. They're too old and slow. I'm like, and, right. You're too unwise and boring. You're too unwise and boring. You're too unwise and and boring. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. You're too unwise and boring. I don't have to be nice.